And we are live. Okay, I apologize for the Windows noises. Those happen every now and then. Here, let me make sure I've got a good angle. That should be good. Okay, we are back again with part 3 of making an attempt to play Hades with the Guitar Hero controller. So far, it's gone pretty well, actually, surprisingly. Yeah, okay, this is a save file. This is the one we want. Yeah, so last stream we had a very good run with Exglyph, the Adamant Rail gun thing. And we actually made it all the way to Hades and almost beat Hades, came very, very close. Which gives me an kind of an insane amount of hope. I did not think that was going to happen that quickly. I don't think I even got to Hades that fast on my normal save file, let alone with this, but I guess, I don't know, spending some time with the game does make you a decent bit better at it, whether you're using a normal controller or this thing. So we will be trying to follow that up. We do have Sword highlighted with Darkness, which is a little unfortunate. That's like, because there's so much fine directional control that goes into Sword, especially controlling the directions of your dashes, and especially the dash strikes is so important. And we only have 8 directions to work with on this little D-pad, and it can be a little easy to accidentally, like, push yourself into the wrong direction. So I would say Sword is definitely one of the harder weapons, but we will do our best with it anyway.
So the strangest thing happened while you were out, boyo. One of your weapon holder things back there, it picked up this eerie glow. Could see it from the corner of my eye.
Calm down, Skelly. I'm sure whatever it is perfectly normal for a legendary semi-sentient Titan-slaying weapon from the dawn of time.
That's just it. Those weapons of yours, they have seen some real business, pal. You're giving them a real workout, so maybe they're starting to like you or something. Loosening up a bit, you know, like you and me.
I should go check it out.
Okay. Oh, I'm not 100% sure if that's working. Hold on. I'm gonna check something real quick. Yeah, I think my chat overlay might be messed up. I should be able to get it fixed too pretty quickly though. Okay, that should be working. I guess that's something I'll probably just have to reset for future streams. I was just testing that out for the first time last stream, so I'm not 100% accustomed to it yet. But okay, I know that now. So yeah, Scully was just telling us about
Blazes?
yeah, okay, infernal aspects,
Stygius.
which means we have aspect of Nemesis now. Oh, hey Aqua. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, it looks like it is working. I am able to see it on my end. And I'm also gonna. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking aspect of Nemesis is definitely like the best one. I'm gonna put one Titan Blooded aspect of Nemesis for sure. I'm probably not gonna put any more just because the extra crit percent that you get is not all that much. Whereas just having that 15 base in the first place is kind of the most important thing. Yeah, Hades is just in general a very good game. No matter how you're playing it, even if you're not being like masochistic with this thing. Yeah, no, it's like Supergiant, the studio that made it, who also made Bastion and Transistor and Pyro before it. Kind of their hallmark is like very good aesthetic design in terms of like visuals and sound, and like fantastic soundtracks and everything. But it really feels like Hades is like the game that kind of has the Supergiant touch and also has like just an insanely compelling mechanical game underneath. Because like Bastion and Transistor and Pyro were all still good games in their own right, but the focus was on those aesthetics and on the story and the writing and that kind of thing. Whereas Hades is kind of the first game where it kind of feels equal parts, you know, mechanical and aesthetic, just because the mechanics of the game hold up so well. So yeah, it is definitely a fantastic game. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna drop one into aspect of Nemesis and roll with that. And I think starting with Artemis is just kind of the play for aspect of Nemesis a lot of the time. Just because you're able to kind of get the whole crit thing going very fast, since this is going to give us extra crit chance whenever we special. Oh, I also need to change my controls real quick. Yeah, because I do use a slightly different control scheme for Exoglyph, the Adamant Rail, so I still had that on from last run. Okay. And I'm probably gonna be a little bit rusty at first, but that's fine. I haven't played with this in a while. I haven't played with it since last stream, which was I guess a little over a week ago. So probably gonna be getting used to it for a second.
Last time I felt a chill like this was on the surface. But who? Well, one way to find out. Then, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I understand, young Zagreus, that you would seek to leave that bitter darkness for this bitter cold. Quite honestly, I fail to see why. But I'll aid your plight, why not? For I can offer plenty of assistance, and you soon shall grow fond of it, I think.
Ooh, that is a very strong attack boon. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. We didn't actually get so we had Artemis's keepsake equipped to make our first boon that we get an Artemis thing, but I think Demeter just shows up here because she's like scripted to be your first boon as soon as I think it's after you reach Hades for the first time. She'll be the first boon on your next run. So our next boon after this should still be Artemis, but yeah, I think we just have to take Frostquake. I think it's like too good not to take here, even though a lot of the time we would want Artemis attack with this build. That 79% attack damage along with the chill is pretty good. We also have 3 casts now, which I almost forgot about, because we did not have those last time.
Each time the prince delves back into the underworld, its ever-shifting chambers realign to frustrate his attempts to perhaps map it out.
Built to ensure no one gets out. We'll see about that.
That is an early Chaos Gate, which we like. Ooh, do we give up a hammer for it, though? That's tough. Hammers can be gun defining, especially if we, I don't know, if we get something like the double special, or if we get, usually something like the double dash strike hammer would be like build defining, but since it's so hard to aim dash strikes with this, that build definitely becomes a lot less good than it normally is. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Chaos Gate here.
Let's see.
I've traveled recently beyond my senses, son of Hades. I persist here only in fathomless depths. I know what lies out there, having created it, but I know nothing of what it is like right now. Do not tell me. I prefer to think of all the possibilities.
You said Cursed Slash? What is that again? Is that one of the Chaos Boons? Oh no, that's that hammer that gives you health back when you hit somebody, doesn't it? So I guess what we could do here is we could go ahead and Flayed Strike would. Okay, yeah, that is the one. Yeah, that hammer is adventurous. I think I took it once on my normal save file and then never took it again. It's definitely, you can like set it up to work definitely. But I was just like, is this good? And then I tried it and I'm like, if you don't already know what you're doing to like build around it, then it's usually not that good. So yeah, I think it's between Flayed Strike and Abyssal Shot here. I think we could take Abyssal Shot just because the opportunity cost on this is like so low. I don't know, we could run into traps. We are using this D-pad. I think we go ahead and take this and just open ourselves up for kind of a casty build. Like, the attack damage would be nice, but clearing these early chambers without special could actually be kind of difficult, especially if we run into a lot of skulls that we just kind of want to nuke at once with a special. So I'll go ahead and go for this, and hope I don't walk right onto a spike trap like a dingus. This seems good.
Who dies next? Sweet.
Okay. So, if we don't take the Artemis boon here, we do still retain, like, the effect from Artemis's keepsake, so the next boon that we get will still be an Artemis thing, which makes me tempted to just go ahead and take the heart. Because it is pretty important for us, especially since we don't have our boon, our mirror effect that gives us extra starting life just yet. But
Time to collect.
cool. Clean chambers so far. Yeah, we can definitely go ahead and take our Artemis boon here since we don't have any money for the shop, really.
Let's go, lads.
No need to keep on toying with your prey. Here comes one of my finest blessings now.
That sounds good to me. That means it's a good goal. Okay. This is interesting. Part of me wants to just take the aid. We probably should just take True Shot just to get it off of the prophecy list. I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to because I already took a cast damage thing, which does kind of synergize with this, but generally, you know, if I'm taking that cast damage chaos boon, I kind of want to be doing a cast-focused build, which Artemis's True Shot isn't the best cast for. There are kind of a few better options for, you know, if you're trying to specifically focus on casts, but we'll go ahead and take it still. Okay, well, we've had all clean chambers so far, which is quite good. I don't think... Yeah, there's not really anything we want here. I guess we could take the Trove if we really wanted to try to get, like, a good chunk of, like, darkness or gemstones, or maybe even gold or something, but, like, I don't know. I don't think that's worth the amount of gold we would be paying for it. I'll go ahead and take Sisyphus here, just because in the early game, the chunks of darkness he gives you are, like, 60 or 70-ish, which is, like, kind of insanely good. That's usually about as much as you get for clearing the first floor boss after you get your Titan Blood. So, like, the amount of darkness that Sisyphus gives you is just kind of tough to pass up this early in the game, so...
Well, I am grateful for it. I own the old boulder there in turn. I'm used to going lengthy stretches on my own, but having visitors from time to time would do me well.
Ooh. Oh, it's not working. There we go.
Not to worry. Thank you, mate.
Within the depths of Tartarus reside the most wretched of all the shades who linger for eternity within the underworld, whose lord and master is especially unkind to those attempting to cheat death.
Lots of wretchedness to go around, I guess.
See you again, right?
But...
God's grant me strength.
Okay. Currently, we're using a cast to take out a lot of stuff just because we're kind of playing it extra safe. And since we do have the cast boon from Chaos already, that, you know, buffing our True Shot will work multiplicatively with that, so that seems quite good. I will skip that one because that is not very many gemstones. And we already got, kind of toward the end of last stream, we got a big chunk of a lot of the gemstone-based upgrades we would have wanted from the contractor. So, like, most of the ones we want now are, like, pretty expensive. So, just that amount of gemstones doesn't really help us very much. Is that... Okay, yeah. Casts are basically one-shotting everything in Tartarus now, which is quite good. But...
Some darkness.
Kind of walked right into that by accident. Ugh. Honestly, I'm just trying to hit this spawner. Okay, that thing's dead. Cool.
Hello, Lord Ares.
I'm pretty sure I already got Ares' keepsake, so I don't want to gift him nectar.
You have, for I am keeping count, and I am most impressed.
Ooh, that's very tempting, actually. I mean, our attack is already quite good. I'm tempted to take Curse of Vengeance just to get it off of the prophecy list, as usual. But yeah, this is a very good Curse of Agony. I don't know. I mean, the attack boon that we have is already quite good. I'm not using it all that much just because I'm able to play it safely with specials and casts most of the time, but it will end up kind of coming in useful still. I think I'll go ahead and take Curse of Vengeance to get it off the list, because I don't think the Ceres attack boon is that much better than the Demeter attack boon that we have. It's quite good, but...
The war is on. Let's have a look here.
Okay, that's all kind of meh. We might be able to get a centaur hood out of the shop. If we can, that'd be nice. We cannot, unfortunately.
That's a lot of coin.
And we're very close to being able to buy a boon, but I don't see any other pots to smash, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, not any other, well, you know, not any that have money in them.
Could use the rod of fishing there. Now, I caught a knucklehead.
And I think we do go ahead and drop 25 coins for the Darkness. Again, it's just, you know, the Darkness is so helpful in the early portion of the game, which we are definitely still in, and 25 gold is not a lot for that amount of Darkness.
Hey, you must be one of Meg's sisters. Nice to finally meet you. My name is Zagreus. Not murderer, definitely not.
Okay.
Look, I've done some things that maybe aren't great, but I am very, very sure I haven't murdered anyone.
I don't know if I remember Tisiphone's attack patterns that well, because the problem is, like, kind of, in my normal save file, as soon as I started facing Tisiphone, I was turning on, Pact of Punishment stuff, and facing more of the Fury Sisters at once pretty soon after that. So I don't know that I remember her solo boss fight very well, but I will be doing my best. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. That is how that attack works. Okay. Ugh. Okay.
I'm empty.
Okay, that pops to the next phase. We might, yeah, we're probably gonna lose our Death Defiance here, unfortunately. But, okay, yeah. We committed to the dash like when we shouldn't have. Took a little bit too much time to go off. Yeah, it is very difficult to dodge those with the small amount of space that we have. But cool. Okay, well, we made it past that at least, which means we get a good chunk of darkness from that. I don't expect this gun to go too much farther with the Death Defiance that we just lost and the amount of damage that we just took, but between that and Sisyphus and the darkness that we bought from the shop, this is still a very beneficial run, just with the amount of darkness that we're getting.
Got to keep going. Hey, it's my keepsakes.
Okay, I think here we might just slap on the collar to try to, because this not only raises your max health but also your current health, so we might just do this to try to survive longer. Just don't die, lol. Hypnos, yeah, that's like the other considerable thing is coin purse. Oh, never mind, you're attributing that quote to Hypnos. Okay, gotcha. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go for this to just try to
Should help.
not die for slightly longer. I think I'm fine without that, though. Do we just dump Curse of Vengeance here? Yeah, I'm thinking Collar is best. Yeah, I'm gonna go rid of it, just because, I don't know, if we can hit an early shop and get a boon here, and that, like, if that cell is the thing that makes the difference, that'll be pretty important, whereas Curse of Vengeance on its own is not actually doing a ton for us.
Ugh, this heat.
Oh, my god, it really died. There we go. Cool.
The power of the gods.
Do we just take cast again now? I mean, I'm definitely using it more than my attack currently, just because aiming the dash strike is so difficult, and because committing to the attack chain just kind of leaves us open for so long. So I think cast is probably better, just because like the lack of directional control you have with this tiny little D-pad really does change the way that you play Sword quite a lot. Do we go ahead and go for Aphrodite to try to get, I don't know, like weaken on a special? That wouldn't be bad. Oh yeah, that seems good. But
Course is set.
we could also try to like start getting Hermes for insane cast stuff, but I don't think we're like actually gonna have enough time to really get that online if we, you know, just kind of try to take a bunch of time to set that up. I don't think we're actually going to last long enough without, you know, damage reduction and healing and that kind of thing from other sources.
Not yet.
I do love how much True Shot tracks people. It does make life a lot easier because you can totally miss and it can just bend it around, so it doesn't really matter if you like accidentally aim it the wrong way on the D-pad, which is very easy to do. I want to say that we already got Aphrodite's keepsake. Even if we didn't, I don't know that it's one that I would actually use that much, just because, I don't know. Aphrodite doesn't seem like one of the gods that's as, like, build-defining. It's just kind of nice to incidentally have weaken in a lot of builds. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I already gifted Aphrodite,
As why
but
Lord Hades would have kept your mere existence hidden from us all this time. Perhaps he knew that once you met us, you would stop at nothing to come seek us out.
ooh, this Lily of a Life affirmation is actually, like, really good. That might keep us alive for quite a while. if we can start hitting Centaur Hearts out of Chambers. Okay, give me just a sec. Okay, yeah, I think we just go for that. Because yeah, I mean we haven't taken any of those three yet, so it doesn't really matter in terms of Fated Prophecies, and Life Affirmation is just something that is not always very beneficial to take. It's really only super beneficial if you can get it in Tartarus or like really in Asphodel. Here, let me get this out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and check out the shop and see if we can just buy a boon a little earlier. Maybe a Centaur Heart as well. Not a Centaur Heart. We do get a hammer in here though, which is kinda huge.
Cheers, mate.
Interesting. Cursed Slash doesn't actually seem good, because the unfortunate thing is, if I'm remembering correctly, with Cursed Slash, it gives you a minus 60% max life, but it also counts toward your future, like, max life pickups that you get, like Centaur Hearts, give you 60% less, so you can't, like, cheese it in that way. And we would get a little more out of Life Affirmation, but still. I guess we just go for Piercing Wave, because Hoarding Slash definitely does not seem very good. We're not going to be saving up all that much money. Yeah. I don't know that I've... Oh, yeah, that's this one. Okay, yeah. I have used this before. I'm kind of wondering if the... Because it... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I'm kind of wondering if the wave off of this actually procs the Demeter attack boon that we have and, like, does the extra damage and inflicts chill. I'm actually not sure. It doesn't look like it has a nice visual effect on it, so I don't really know if it does or not.
Mean nothing to the ferryman Charon, who travels all the waters of the underworld, bearing the dead, the damned, and all their fineries.
I do enjoy dead people.
You think it should? Yeah, I would think so too. I'm just not 100% sure, but yeah, especially since it does, you know, 30 base damage, you would think that that could be like multiplied by boons and stuff. So hopefully it does.
I'd always heard this was some flower-covered meadow type place, not such a terrifying hellscape.
Okay.
Couldn't agree more, mate.
And we will go ahead and spend 25 more to get 30 in War Darkness, just because it's so important this early in the game, and 25 gold is, again, not a lot. We're actually pretty fortunate to be hitting these Darkness pickups in the shop. But okay, it looks like the damage number on the little wave is just 30, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's still fine. That's still a good chunk of damage. Oh, it's got stuck on that little bone.
The gods have spoken.
Okay. Do we have Lambent Plume yet from Hermes? I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna check what keepsakes we have after this and try to keep better track of them. In either case, Lambent Plume definitely isn't one we would be using on this very much. Just because, you know, having a, you know, directional control scheme this awkward kind of encourages you to take your time with encounters, and Lambent Plume is the one that gives you move speed and dodge speed if you clear encounters quickly. So that is definitely much more difficult for us to do than normal. Ooh, I like an Epic Hybrid Split. Yeah. Let's see. Aphrodite or Elise. I guess we could go Aphrodite again to try to get weaken on the special like before, or it could be on the dash as well, and that would also be quite good. Elise doesn't give us anything that we would be particularly happy about. Like, I don't know, Doom special would be okay, but not great, so... I do not like this chamber very much.
Hit me if you can, witches.
Oh, I accidentally stepped on fire. It's very difficult to not do that, actually, now that I have Hyper Sprint. I'm not used to controlling that with this yet. Okay, yeah. Well, now we get the opportunity to play with not Sword, which is something I look forward to.
Wow, you just barged into the witches' circle out in Asphodel and they just filled you full of all those stinging purple orbs and killed you, huh? You can't just show up expecting to join their club. You have to study witchcraft for years.
I'll get right on that.
You're much too modest, Lord Achilles, for someone with such a number of heroic deeds and glorious decapitations to his name. You ought to be more like ever boastful Zagreus and talk it up some more.
Oh, fear not, Orpheus. I was quite boastful in my day. Would you look at where it got me? Besides, I've not the imagination to come up with tales as tall as those of our Prince Zagreus.
What can I say?
Oh yeah, it can count. In place of other boons for legendary prerequisite, yeah. Because some of Hermes' legendaries have Lambent Bloom as one of the requirements, which is interesting. I don't think any other god has anything quite like that. But yeah, that can be good if you're like trying to I know his what's it called, Rush Delivery, the one that makes you do extra damage based on your move speed, I think can use Lambent Bloom as one of its activators. Bad News might as well, but I'm not sure about that. I would have to check it. The one that makes your cast do extra damage to enemies that do not yet have a cast in them.
Keep telling yourself that, boy. But mark you my words. Sooner or later, this life that you've chosen for yourself shall teach you I was right.
Good talk. Good talk.
Oh, and we can get that codex now. Sweet.
The more I know about boons, I'm off, the better off I'll be.
Yeah, Bad News is fantastic. I don't think I've ever gotten it before on my main account, which is kind of unfortunate because I do love me a good cast build. I love cast builds probably more than any other type of build. So yeah, I just kind of haven't ended up with it.
Let's see here.
Okay. I'm not going to be using Ambrosia for a long time, so I think I'm just going to be literally cashing all of it for Titan Blood as we're like progressing along here, and then when I end up needing it, like I can start saving it before I end up needing it, but currently that's not going to be for a very long time, so I think we go ahead and do that. Let me just leave the rest of whoopsies, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Leave the rest of this for now.
Greetings, Chef.
The ancient casks of wine hidden within the recesses of the House of Lord Hades. Few have tasted of the intoxicating vintage they contain, and fewer still are permitted anywhere near their vicinity.
Still waiting for the festive occasion when we'll open one of these.
Take 20 gems. I don't think that gives us anything over here. Nope, doesn't look like it.
Next, do you know anything about a softly spoken gentle being under the guise of chaos? They approached me recently and offered me a boon of sorts.
Primordial chaos. Indeed, I know them well. They must have taken interest in your quest. I would advise that you beware their offerings, though know that chaos, whilst a trickster, is not a deceiver.
I understand. Thank you.
Oh, I totally forgot to give Deuce a nectar. Ah, that's fine. I don't tend to use her keepsake really much, personally. I think I've heard some other people get some decent use out of it. I should probably give it a shot pretty soon, but can't do that now. We'll have to wait until next time. So we can max out Boiling Blood now, which is good, because that is a big damage buff. Kind of the unfortunate thing is that I really, I like playing builds so much with casts that don't get stuck at enemies. Like, I love Dionysus cast a lot, and that kind of thing. So it won't be useful for us all the time, but for a lot of builds it will.
Hey, you're getting pretty strong there, pal. Though I am being paid to tell you that, but not being paid to not tell you that last part.
I have to ask you something, mate. What do you even need the pay for, anyway?
That, pal, is nobody's business but my own. Besides, it's impolite discussing money all the time. Now back to beating me to powder.
Okay, we get another Exoglyph run, which I do like. I guess kind of the question here is whether we start off with Coin Purse or with Zeus's Thunder Signet. Because I do like having Zeus's Thunder Signet on the attack for Exoglyph a lot, just because it hits so fast and at a decent range. And Zeus's attack is the one that, you know, makes little chain lightning off of each one of your attacks. And it does a fixed amount of base damage rather than a, you know, percentage off of the damage that your attack does. So, you know, really fast hitting attacks are a lot better with it. So I do get Thunder Signet on Exoglyph pretty often, but we could just start off with Coin Purse instead. I think I'm just going to start with Coin Purse. That just kind of opens us up for what is more or less a free boon from a shop early on, so that's quite good. I don't think there's any... I think right now I just want to, yeah, I want to probably just keep saving for that last Death Defiant, so I don't think I'm actually even going to think about the, other side of the mirror with the yellow, like, mirror buffs just yet. Oh, that's weird, we got this again. I can definitely go ahead and do this now.
Good Lady Demeter, you've shown me warmth and generosity, and I am very grateful for it. Please accept this as a small token of my appreciation.
An offering well suited for the season there, young Zagreus. In turn, as you are honorable and obedient, you'll have from me what the mortals have not.
I'm in your debt, great goddess Demeter.
Our family, why, I think we understand something of loss now, don't we, Zagreus? Unlike the mortals on the surface, always begging me for plenty. They'll get none. But as for you, I have a plethora to offer.
Okay. I do like Frost Flourish quite a bit. It's a pretty strong percentage-based damage buff, and the special does currently do a pretty good chunk of damage. And if we can get a hammer, like, you know, Cluster Bomb or Hazard Bomb, that can make it even better. So I think I'll probably just go ahead and add that.
Oh, that's brisk. Back to dust.
Oh, I forgot to change my controls back around for this. I want that there and that there.
Let's fish. Mine. Got me a knucklehead.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna, since I'm swapping back and forth between Exoglyphs, so normally I have this orange button set to interact, which is like open doors and stuff. But since I need a reload button on Exoglyph, I map the orange to reload and map this little select button down here to interact, so I'm definitely gonna just walk up to doors and reload a lot, just out of habit.
Loaded up.
Whoopsies. I do like palming our special here. And we've already got a decent chunk of gold since we started with coin purse, so getting more for the shop isn't that good, since chances are if there's something we really want in there, we'll already be able to take it. Oh, come on. This way.
Delicious.
So yeah, this special is already going to be doing solid chunks of damage. Ah, mess that up. Cool. Artemis or max health? I think I'll go ahead and take max health. That is pretty important for us.
Ringers.
Oh, that was so close. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we want anything out of that. Even though we are getting a little more gold up ahead. But okay, so we're at... That's not what I want. How do I do this again? I think I usually just... Yeah, okay. So we're gonna chamber 7. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and take an extra shop here. Because we should be able to get something pretty good out of this, and also something pretty good out of the end shop. Ooh. We'll take this mystery boon for sure. Hopefully this is Divine Dash.
Effectively communicate with Charon from Olympus, but he is amenable to certain trades and seems unfettered by your father's influence.
It's not, but this is a lot of other things. I do like Divine Strike on, attack for, Exoglyph quite a bit, just because, again, since it's something that, hits so frequently, you can actually, like, deflect a lot of stuff really effectively with it. But I think Phalanx Shot is something that we're less likely to take in future runs. Divine Strike is better for more builds, and this is an epic Phalanx Shot versus a common Divine Strike. So let's go ahead and take this to partially to get it off the list. And yeah, I think it is worth it to palm it once, because that is 170 damage is a lot, especially since we have 3 of them, so...
The infernal wares of the Stygian boatman Charon lie sprawled about. Available for sale to whomever would be willing to quench the boatman's great thirst for riches.
That would be me.
Okay, and we do get a. Please don't. Okay, I need to pay more attention to that. This is gonna be a little tough. Okay. Just. Ugh. This thing is gonna be annoying because a lot of our attacks are really slow. There we go. I'm just gonna try to predict it. No, that doesn't work. Okay. I'm just gonna. That's like better, but we still can't actually get it with all of them. Okay. That's not too bad. I know that we've already gifted Zeus. Hopefully we can get his attack boon here.
Certainly not the warmest member of the clan, now is she? But do be patient with her, she's been through a lot.
That's very good. We get an epic too. Ooh, Zeus's aid is tempting though. Especially, I mean, Zeus's aid is mostly just tempting because we haven't crossed it off the list yet. But I don't know. It's still something that I don't know. Zeus's aid is a very all-purpose aid that you can just use in a ton of builds, and it's kind of good no matter what. Like, it's especially good if you're doing Zeus stuff and getting like double striking lightning bolts and bigger lightning bolt area and like jolting people with your lightning and all that stuff to make it better. But it's still kind of just one of the better like generally used aids in the game. So I think we do go ahead and still take the lightning striker because of how good it is, specifically on Exeglyph.
The most violent wretches of Tartarus are sealed away even from other condemned souls. They're only visitors, those fool enough to attempt escape.
Okay.
Let's do this again sometime.
Let's go ahead and get keys here. We do still need to open up some pretty solid chunks of the mirror, so. Ooh, that is a Chaos Gate. Yeah, we take it.
Going in.
And I don't believe I've gifted Chaos yet.
Mr. Chaos, everyone makes offerings to my relatives upon Olympus. I wish to make an offering to you. Thank you for everything.
I'll help you, Olivia, to make attempts to tempt me with material gains. You then, please in turn allow me this attempt at reciprocity.
Mr. Chaos, thank you.
You move in darkness, practically unseen, son of Hades. It is quite difficult even for me to sense your presence at times. The alien beings catch their glimpses now and then, but you are always in a shroud. Thus is the influence of Nyx.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, God, that makes the Castile a lot. Flayed Strike is actually not too hard to take here. Like, it looks hard because we've already got a very good special, and it punishes us for using it, but we can, now that we've got this Zeus attack, we can clear these, you know, Traitorous Chambers pretty easily with it. But since it's just a percentage-based attack buff, it's not as good, because, you know, it's not like it's working multiplicatively with another percentage-based attack boon, because we just have Zeus, which is flat math. Oh, hey, it's Lids. Yeah, I think it's better to just get the cast damage here, just because that is so much. I don't think we're actually in a risk of losing a Death Defiance if we, like, take a Trophic Grasp, but, like, still, like, this just kind of seems better, and I should hopefully be able to dodge these most of the time if I'm not put into situations that are too bad. How many... We don't have any Nectar right now? Okay, we'll go ahead and get a Nectar.
Wretches, take him now.
I get the
but I'm gonna say the skulls do make the Inferno Bomb thing a lot tougher. Cool. Oh, I still get hit by that? Oh, I thought that would, I thought that went away when the scenario ended, but it turns out if you do take that Chaos Boon, you do still take damage from those Inferno Bombs even after everything is dead, which I did not know. That's just one key. Okay, yeah. We'll go ahead and take the max health here. This should make it, like, pretty achievable to not lose a Death Defiance this fight. If we have an extra 25 health to work with. Hopefully. I mean, that's the hope. But we are doing already, like, a ton of damage right now, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long.
Finally. I've been waiting for this. Really.
You must be one of Megara's lovely sisters. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Waiting for what exactly?
So sick of, doing my regular job, uninterrupted, not having to clean up Meg's messes.
I get the feeling we're starting off on the wrong foot.
Anyway, I always wanted to kill a god. You'll have to do.
Yeah, we're in a tough little spot here. Okay. Ooh, okay, that was extremely close to losing that Death Defiance.
I don't like her very much.
Yeah, we were literally one. Okay, well, it's fine. Everything's fine. We get a pretty solid chunk of health from this fountain. Let's see what we've got available here. Now that we've got that huge cast damage buff, I might actually... Okay, I have a plan. Yeah, okay. Do I have a plan? I think I have a plan. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell Phalanx Shot. Because it's not like, since we have a big chunk of cast damage already, the kind of cast that we would want it more with, the one that I'm specifically thinking of, you might know this about me if you've watched some of this already. I like Dionysus cast a lot, so I'm gonna do this and put on Dionysus's keepsake, and we're gonna try to get that. Especially, the main reason that I'm doing it right now is because I already have Zeus on an attack and Demeter on a special, and Zeus, Demeter, and Dionysus are a fantastic 3-god combination if you get Dionysus on your cast. Because the Dionysus-Zeus duo boon is Scintillating Feast, which makes it so that the Festive Fog from your cast that, you know, gets, that stays out after you put your cast out, just periodically, like, lightning strikes anything that's in it. And then the Demeter Dionysus duo boon is Chill Wine, which makes the cast itself do way more damage, and then makes the Festive Fog that's left over afterward apply chill regularly. And then the Zeus Demeter duo boon is it makes it so that your jolted effects don't expire when an enemy attacks. So Jolted is this Zeus effect that makes it so that basically the next time, so whenever you hit somebody with one of Zeus's lightning effects, the next time the enemy attacks, they take a chunk of damage based on how leveled up your boon is that, you know, gives you that Jolted effect. So it's like one of the it's one of the few 3-god combinations where, like, literally every duo boon that you can get between the 3 of them is, like, fantastic for the build that you're going for. So that's what we're gonna try to do. And I think this is... I want to say this is also the build that was, like, insane for us last time. Also with Exeglyph. But were there any dudes over there, or was I forgetting that cast at nothing? I thought there were more spawning. Oh, not quite where I put it. Okay, that's good. Oh, did I just shoot another Chaos Gate? Oh, baby. Okay, where is it? Wait, did I miss it? Oh, that was a Chaos Boon wearing off. Never mind. I'm a doof. Okay, yeah, I like keys here because we still have more parts of the mirror to unlock.
Who's first?
Ah. Oh, whoops, I accidentally dashed right into it. Good. Okay. Ooh, Zeus Athena duo? That's kinda nice. I'm kinda wondering, so I guess, okay. Because I know the way the keepsakes work with, like, guaranteeing your next god goal is a little weird, because, like, trial chambers with 2 gods are considered as their own thing, so I guess they don't count toward that, because this doesn't have a Dionysus on it, and Hermes is also separate from the rest of the Olympians. Which means we unfortunately do not get a Dionysus scroll here. I want to say the things in shops also don't count. So let's go ahead and go here and see if we can buy a different boon, and then just, you know, still get a Dionysus thing in the next chamber. I hear the fishing spot. What all do we get here? I guess we just... Yeah, I guess we can get the Hermes boon and the Mystery boon. And just basically try to get additional dashes from Hermes, just because those are very, very useful. And then kind of get whatever here, and it's probably fine. Athena's pretty good.
Nonetheless, this was an opportunity.
Now don't give me the cast again. Okay, cool. Yeah, we take... we haven't taken these other things yet. Which means we might want to take them to get them off the list, but also I have faith that this is going to be a pretty powerful build, so I think I'm going to take Divine Dash for the sake of this run.
Why, hello, Cuz. Odd that we're running into one another here. Among the wares of my professional associate, I mean. Must be some sort of clerical mistake.
Okay, we can't get additional dashes, but we can get Side Hustle, which is actually pretty good. Because we're getting it relatively early.
Come on out. Cover Slavak.
Good. Good.
Just a bit longer.
Please. There we go.
Oh, Dionysus.
Sometimes I have to wonder, man, what's going through your head? I mean, I know you hear me and the others, but it's so damn dark down there, I can't hear you at all.
That's Trippy Shot, and it's a very good Trippy Shot. Okay, the plan is in motion, and that is another Chaos Gate, although it is a very risky one. We're only at 55. Ugh. Make sure I'm not missing anything around here. We might just go ahead and keep going forward. Both of the chambers ahead are pretty good for this because they both give us a chance at a duo boon that we want, which is kind of what we're hopefully planning on if this build's gonna work. So I think we just go ahead and take the Dionysus duo here, or, you know, go for the Dionysus duo. Try to get another roll on it, you know, get as many as we can, get as many chances as we can get to hit it. Because I don't think the Chaos Gate is going to have anything that's really that insane for us. Like, we theoretically could get another thing of cast damage, which would be insane. They also both, yeah, have good boons for staying alive. That is also quite true. So yeah, even if we don't get the duo boon here, if we can get something like Premium Vintage to get some Nectar and also increase our max life, that's really good. So... I thought that wouldn't hit me. Okay, we did not take very much damage from that. Ooh, okay, is this Ice Wine? I think it is. Yep, cool.
My Lord Dionysus, that partaking of less wine for some amount of time might do you good. Regardless, you'll not coax a better crop from me.
Okay, that is Ice Wine, so we definitely take that.
Thanks, you two.
Even though that, Premium Vintage is kind of tempting, it is not better than one of the duo boons that we're looking for sure, especially because this makes our cast kind of more wieldy, because it makes it so we don't lob it up in the air, but instead just kind of cast it straight out, which makes the time before it hits way smaller, which is nice. Whoopsies. Oh, don't do it that way. No, not that way. Hold on, is my mouse like still on the screen or something? Wasn't sure. Okay. Ah, okay, that's being really finicky and I'm not sure why. Max health or shop. This is okay. This is the last chamber before the boss fight. I think it's probably going to be worth it to just go ahead and take the shop. Sorry, the max health for free. Just to give us 25 more health. That makes it like possible to get by this fight without a Death Defiance. Not likely, but possible. So we can at least give it a shot.
Traverse the flaming river Phlegethon to gain this vantage point. Relentless Zagreus must now confront a foe of unimaginable savagery who lies ahead, awaiting patiently its time to strike.
Way to spoil the surprise, old man. Bone Hydra, you look different.
Come on, should be. There we go. Just waiting for it to transition. Yeah, the cast is being like really janky with where it's choosing to like position itself by default, because I can move it around after the targeting window comes up, but it's coming up in really weird places that I'm not used to. Cast. Cool. Okay, we got to do it without losing our Death Defiance, which is very good for this.
Don't come back.
And that's a huge chunk of darkness as well, so we're pretty close. Because we need 500 for the second Death Defiance, so we are getting pretty close to having that as well. Okay, so here, I'm gonna see what we have available here first. Nothing we really want to sell. I think I will go ahead and buy this.
Sold.
Try to keep it. Whoopsies. Try to keep us from losing that Death Defiance, and then I think I think since we got that life essence, I think that opens us up enough that we can be kind of greedy and take Thunder Signet here to try to get our, because that opens us up for the possibility of either a Dionysus Zeus duo or a Demeter Zeus duo. Oh, sorry. We can't get Demeter Zeus duo yet, because we'll only be able to get that after we get Jolted, the static discharge thing. But in any case, this could still get us that if it could get us static discharge if it doesn't get us the Zeus Dionysus duo. So no matter what we get out of this, it's pretty good.
Bye, Asphodel. Champions of Elysium, I've returned.
The enshrouded river of forgetfulness, Lethe, flows through the hallowed chambers of Elysium, numbing old pains and memories of the most noble shades residing there.
I'll have to give them new pains to recall.
Ooh, yeah, we take a hammer. That is fantastic. There's a lot of hammers that are just kind of insanely good for the Adamant Rail. Cool. Targeting system is not bad. I think I like that. That'll be pretty good if we are able to get Scintillating Feast. The Zeus Dionysus duo that makes a Festive Fog start lightning striking stuff, because then, you know, everything that's in there will take more damage off of that. Or, you know, if we can just set our special into the air and then blast somebody with casts while they're still in the targeting circle, that'll give us a pretty huge damage boost. So I think we go ahead and do that, because Spreadfire we like... I think we really don't want, because I think it looks like that's all one hit, which is kind of the opposite of what we want to do with Zeus. We want to be attacking as many times as possible. Delta Chamber is like kind of nice, never having to reload, but I think the damage that we get off of targeting system is worth it. Let's make sure we're not missing anything in here. Yeah, smash spots. Okay. I guess we can just go ahead and go for the palm and try to palm our cast, because we haven't done that yet, so it will give us a lot of damage.
Right swords.
Whoopsies. Oh, come on.
Good enough to eat.
Okay, we get to palm cast, which is a ton of damage. What does this give us? Gold? I think we're fine on gold. We could restore the health here. I guess, okay. Yeah, I think we go ahead and take this Infernal Trove, and then if we take a decent chunk of damage off of it, we can just heal it with Life Essence after. That seems good.
How bad could it be?
You thief.
No time to lose.
Wow, this last one, look at this.
Who is going to clean all this up?
Okay. 83 is not bad.
Thank you, Father.
And we didn't take any damage, so... Do we still take this anyway? I don't think so. I think we just hang on to our money. Palm or max health? I think I like max health more. because palming our attack or cast would still be quite good here, but, you know, since we don't have the starting health buff from them, we kind of really need to prioritize Centaur Hearts a lot.
Zagreus, is that really why you think I'm here? Let's see how many of these exalted champions you can send back to their dooms. Unless you'd rather I would send you back to yours. Here come your father's forces.
That's not what we wanted. Yeah, we accidentally took that. That's fine. We have enough of a lead that we should be okay here. Okay, cool. So we get max health off of that and max health off of Thanatos, which is very good. I guess we'll go ahead and take a chance to gift Thanatos just because he doesn't show up very often. Oh, we actually can't yet. Never mind. Let me talk to him real quick.
Without so much as telling me goodbye. I suppose you knew I'd catch up with you sooner or later. Is that it? No escaping death and all.
I left when it was necessary then. I thought of you and hoped you'd understand. I have to do this.
That's more motivation than I've ever heard from you. Well, if you won't say it, I'll say it. Goodbye, Zagreus.
Okay. Ooh. This is actually pretty... Oh, we still have Thunder Signodon. Never mind. Okay. I thought this was a random Zeus scroll, which would make this a little more difficult. But if we take Shop here, then we still get, you know, a guaranteed Zeus scroll after that. So yeah, we just go ahead and take a shot. Definitely take the Centaur hit, and might as well go ahead and get Athena, because what, that'll set us to 95. We'll probably still be able to get enough gold before the final shot to get like a boon of the Centaur hit out of there. So I think we go ahead and take Athena here.
You're difficult to track there in the depths, cousin, though the boatman Charon thankfully is proving of some help.
I guess we can take Blonskin to get it off the list. Both of the other ones of these are much worse when they're not actually replenishing the Death Defiance, so if there is any time when we take Blonskin, it would be now. Do we still prioritize a Centaur Hood over the Palm here? I think we do. I think we honestly still do, because it gives us a good chunk of... I mean, it gives us 25 health. We'll get healed, and then also 13 more health from the Death Defiance, essentially, since Death Defiance restores us at half health. So that's like a lot of extra HP that we're getting, but is it worth taking over a Palm? I'm gonna go ahead and take the Palm, just because, I don't know, the Palm is guaranteed to hit something good, essentially, between our cast and our attack. Those are really the things that we want to palm. And palming either of them, since we haven't hit them with palms very much yet, is still going to do a lot to them, so... Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we get to go ahead and palm a lightning strike, which is quite good. Because even though 4 damage looks small, it is 4 damage that is happening literally every time we attack, which is often. Make sure we're not missing any pots. Do we need to? No. Okay. That is a hammer or another Zeus boon. Ooh, and we can go ahead and get this. And this will last through to the boss fight, so we can definitely get that. I think we go ahead and take the hammer here, just because we still have the ability to get, like, Cluster Bomb and Hazard Bomb, which can be, like, I don't know. I like Hazard Bomb more than a lot of people do. I still don't like it as much as I like Cluster Bomb. Cluster Bomb is, like, insane. But Cluster Bomb can be pretty build-defining. I don't know. We don't have the best thing, the best special boon ever with it, but it's still quite good. It's a... What, it's probably like 85-ish% damage buff right now? Yeah, 84. So, it's still a ton of damage if we're able to, you know, fan that out into 5 bombs, which is what Cluster Bomb does, even though it does reduce the damage a little bit on each individual one. The other thing is to get Zeus and kind of perpetuate our cast build. And, you know, give ourselves another roll at Scintillating Feast. The Zeus Dionysus thing. Since we... yeah, this is... The thing is that this is a boss chamber and this is a normal chamber, but since we have the extra cast damage off of the blade right now, I'm gonna go ahead and go for this, just because, like, that is a lot of damage right off the bat. Okay, that thing is dead. Why did that go there? But... ah. Okay.
Butterflies better stay away from me.
Okay. I think we have to go ahead and take Static Discharge here, just because that represents a ton of extra damage, since we're effectively jolting, like, everything with our attack. I don't know, we haven't taken Zeus's Aid yet, which does make it quite good. Just for the sake of getting it off the list. I don't know, but we have to get this in order to get the Demeter Zeus Cold Fusion, your jolted stacks don't expire thing. So I think we go ahead and get this just because it's such, like, a crucial part of the build that we're trying to make.
Got to hold nice and still.
Okay, and now we do get another shot at a hammer, which is very nice for us. That is pretty fortunate. No, don't aim it that way. Let's pop that over there. Oh, I didn't even notice that guy. Cool. That was a clean chamber. Okay, well everything that we're getting is on a... Oh, we're not able to get Cluster Bomb and Hazard Bomb now because we already got Targeting System on our special. I forgot, so that means Hamleys won't let us get that. But in any case, Ricochet Fire is like fantastic, just because, you know, it bounces to another person, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that procs our Zeus attack boon twice, and then I think each of those should chain, like, you know, you hit enemy 1, bullet bounces to enemy 2, Zeus boon procs off of enemy 1, hits enemy 2, Zeus boon procs off of enemy 2 as well, and then hits enemy 1. I think that's the way that works. I'm not 100% sure, but in any case, it's still quite good. Okay, we get some more darkness here. Okay, and I think this is our last room. Yeah, so the last room before Theseus and Asterius. Let's make sure we're not missing anything here. I think we just go ahead and take a shot, because it's possible that we get, like, the free heart is tempting, but it's possible that, you know, we get a heart and food out of this, or that we get a boon roll that we really want, or something like that, so we'll go ahead and take this. Okay, we get... This is actually tough. So we can get... I think if we take food here, there's like a very good chance that we get through this fight without a Death Defiance. Not like insanely good, but like a pretty good chance that we actually get through this fight without spending our Death Defiance, which is really good. So I think we want to just do this and take the Mystery Boon. Because now, I mean, we've already palmed all 3 of our main things that we want to use once, which means we'll start getting diminishing returns. That doesn't mean that we don't want to still palm or cast, like, as much as possible, but it's not, you know, it's not as good as the first palm. So I think trying to get a boon roll here on, like, one of the gods that we want is probably better. That's Demeter. So but we can't get Cold Fusion yet, unfortunately. But there are still good things that we can get here. Wait, what? Oh, wait, yeah, we already did get Static Discharge. So yeah, we get Cold Fusion. That's fantastic. I totally forgot that we'd gotten Static Discharge. Okay, yeah. So the build is most of the way there. We're unfortunately just kind of missing the most important duo boon, which is the Scintillating Feast, Zeus Dionysus one. So...
Shouldn't I be the champion of Elysium now that I've beaten you? Isn't there someone else around to challenge me? Say, Heracles? Someone less chatty?
Very clever, fiend. Invoking Heracles' name in an attempt to drive me to a jealous rage. It shall not work, but you shall dearly pay nevertheless.
Oh, that was very unfortunate. I did not think that, I think I just barely mistimed my, my dash for the spear, and then ended up getting hit by both. Okay. Theseus is already at half, which is good. Let me dash out, please. Okay. Okay. Ooh, he was a little deceptive there. He bounced off the pillar and I almost got hit by that. Oh, come on, I thought I'd actually do that. Okay. Yeah, the default targeting on the cast is being really weird. I don't know why it's like going into like the wrong direction by default. Oh, okay, we barely lost our Death Defiance. It's fine. We still cleaned this up pretty fast. We might be able to
Can I get some applause or something here?
get a, like, I don't know, sell a decent sized boon and get our Death Defiance back with a Kiss of Sticks, hopefully, maybe. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and see what we can get for this.
Should I take the train?
Okay. No, none of that. Okay. Well, we can get Tinge of Erebus, just because that's a decent chunk of darkness for this early in the game. And then, yeah, we just go ahead and get Lucky Tooth to do our best to survive this boss fight. It's gonna be tough for sure. Hopefully we can maybe see 1 or 2 Zeus rolls back here to try to get our Scintillating Feast, because that would really kind of push our build over the top.
Some of those urns have coin in them, don't they?
Okay, that's a Hyrule Zeus boon, which is good. And that's another Zeus boon, and there's also a Dionysus one down here in the shop as well, which is pretty good. That gives us a few chances.
Temple of Styx and its innumerable dangers now are all that separates the Underworld Prince from the land outside, which he so desperately longs to see.
I've almost made it.
Okay, do we just go for the Zeus thing first, or do we go for the max health first? Because I'm pretty sure you can't actually just get the Satyr Sack in the first chamber. I think you can only ever get it in the second one and past. Although maybe I've just been unlucky in the past, I'm not sure. So I think we go ahead and try to get this to get... No, I think we go for this, just because if we do get Scintillating Feast off of it, it makes the rest of these chambers, like, super trivial. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if it can never come up in the first chamber, but I know that I've never seen it come up in the first chamber throughout, like, a lot of guns, and I've seen it come up in the second chamber quite a few times, so I'm not 100% sure if that's the case, but...
Try this way.
Okay. But... Ooh, I do not like this guy at all. Yeah, this is a tough situation. Come on. Okay. Okay. This sucks. Ah, okay, I keep doing that on accident. Okay, it's dead. Thank goodness. Because it's just, this chamber gets polluted with so much stuff that it's like, it's hard to, you know, be stepping on this and not like dash into the middle into one of the blades and also not dash into poison and also not dash into one of the pots like early attacks. This chamber gets very, very cluttered, which is difficult. Okay, sweet. We got it. The build is online. Now, the only thing that can really make this quite a bit better is if we can get double strike with Zeus to make it so that our, our, you know, bolts off of Scintillating Feast are potentially hitting multiple times. That'll be insane. Okay, so I guess past this point we just go ahead and get max health to try to make ourselves chunkier for the boss fight. Because I think we do really want to save up the 450 for the Zeus boon there to try to get a really good double strike, because if we do, then that's going to make our Scintillating Feast do so much more damage. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and go for this. Cool. Ooh. That is a decent chunk of health, but it doesn't really matter that much. Because we're hopefully going to be, hitting the fountain at the end of this pretty soon. And I don't think we're in serious danger of dying before that, so... yeah, because the only thing that we really will struggle with here in these, is boss chambers, which at this point now we can just choose not to take. We got the Zeus boss chamber, and now we can just take normal chambers from here on out, which shouldn't be too hard. And the other two of these, I mean, Ilias Bangle, of course, for, you know, over the course of a boss fight, this only procs once ever, so that's not very good. And Nemesis Crest, you know, our cast and special can't backstab, so don't really want any of the rest of that. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting to use my special first before my cast to make those do more. Need to start doing that. And then my special goes through. Oh wait, no, I think that was my. I'm not sure. I think the special double bounced and it confused me a little bit. What is this thing? No! Came back at just the wrong time. Okay, that makes this a lot easier. Okay. Is there anything we would even want to sell? Definitely not any of that. Yeah, those satyrs are kind of a pain. So what all can we get here? I think we'll probably... Ooh, yeah, actually we do definitely go for Athena here, because she has the ability to potentially restore the Death Defiance for us, which would be nuts. Yeah, let's go ahead and try to get our double strike. We don't get it, but Storm Lightning is also very good, as is Zeus's Aid. I think Zeus's 8 is better, just for the purpose of pure boss damage. Storm Lightning is... I mean, Storm Lightning would be more useful if we had kind of gotten it, you know, before some of the other Temple of Styx chambers, so we would be able to clear those out kind of easier with our attack. But in terms of the boss, it's not actually too terribly useful, so let's go ahead and get Zeus's aid, and we might be able to hop back over there and check out that Dionysus boon, maybe get something like Premium Vintage to raise our max health more, hopefully. Okay. Kind of cover as much space as we can with our cast for those rat chambers. We did still get donked by one of them, unfortunately, but... Oh, whoopsies. Okay, that's good. Please give me a Death Defiance back.
The biting cold surrounding you must mean the goddess of seasons decided to take an interest in your struggle, Zagreus.
Oh,
I did
are
not
we getting
count on Demeter being a part
Demeter
of this.
Athena duo?
Take heart, though use discretion around her.
That one. Right. I forgot about this thing. I don't know if that's even good. Because, okay, the thing is, I don't know if... I might actually look this up real quick. I don't know if this counts or Lucky Tooth as a Death Defiance, since it technically doesn't have the name Death Defiance. I don't know if that counts, so I don't know if we'll be regenerating health while we have our Lucky Tooth, but I'm literally just going to look that up right now to see if it does. Okay. Let's see. Okay, it says when you have no Death Defiance or Stubborn Defiance. So it should work, and Lucky Tooth shouldn't count as a Death Defiance since it's not actually named that, because the clarification that I was seeing was specifically clarifying between, using the words Death or Stubborn Defiance, which actually I guess that's probably just because if you have Stubborn Defiance from the mirror, this probably just says if you have no Stubborn Defiance instead, which is maybe why it says both of those. But I would think since it specifically uses the wording of Death Defiance, it should work, not counting Lucky Tooth as Death Defiance. The question is, if that is the case, is it still better than, like, Last Stand? I think it is. I think it'll actually give us, like, a ton of health, especially since Lucky Tooth is only going to be bringing us back at 75. That'll have, like, this will have quite a bit of a chance to just kind of go off and heal us quite a bit. And we have we're going to have an okay chunk of health missing even after this fountain, I think. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take it, and if nothing else, we can see if it works for the sake of science. And I think it should. It should. And if it does, then it actually, like, we get a ton of mileage out of it, and it's actually good, even though it's not generally one of the better duo boons.
Cerberus just loves this stuff. One status act coming right up.
I guess I could. I could test it in one of these chambers. I could try to get the extra palm, and then try to get, like, this Dionysus boon and this palm we get here, and get that palm, and then we can see if it works, and then we might be at a higher life total going through to Hades if that does heal us through this. We can give it a shot. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and buy this. I kind of like Positive Outlook because we have so much max health. That like 40% health or below is a pretty wide window. Not as wide as it would normally be, with like, you know, the melee buff of max health, but it's pretty big. And especially since we keep healing health back, that, you know, makes that 40% window last longer. But I think we just go ahead and take High Tolerance since we haven't taken it yet. It's a little weird because I'm probably going to be wanting to play this fight at a distance more than anything. Just to let ourselves recover health off of stubborn roots as much as possible. So we're not necessarily actually going to be able to stand in our Festive Fog all that much unless there are like enemies swarming us. Or if we're just kind of up next to Hades because we don't really have a choice. But I think between a combination of getting it off the list and it's still kind of okay in this fight, between a combination of those things, I think we take the High Tolerance. So yeah, let's go ahead and see if this works. Alright. It doesn't look like I was getting any heals, which is unfortunate. But we can give it a little more time in here. No, only heals I'm getting are off of the Chthonic Vitality going between chambers, which is pretty unfortunate. I was hoping that that would work, but I think we should still be fine for this fight. I mean, Stubborn Roots is still going to put in a lot of work for us, just because, you know, our Lucky Tooth is going to bring us back at a decently low life total, which is more of a con than a pro, but Stubborn Defiance makes it a little bit more of a pro than it would be otherwise. Let's go and get all of these. Kill this guy first. Get me out of here. Let me get rid of this guy. Okay. Up, you know, jolt damage is actually a lot. I don't think it was quite enough to make this whole endeavor actually worth it, unfortunately, but still, it's a lot. So, and yeah, now we can actually go ahead and get the big boy palm here. And we can palm or jolt it again for a lot. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. Hopefully we have enough damage to just kind of make this work.
Cerberus again accepts the sack.
I can go. I'm leaving, Father. Try and stun me. I guess there's only one thing left to do. Isn't that so, Father?
The sea, the heavens and the earth. All of this belongs to my brothers. We are their kin by birth. But we are foreigners in their country.
No. No mournful speeches. Now get out of my way.
You impertinent brat. Fine. Impulsiveness runs in the family.
Shut up.
Ah, excellent. I got to know that twice. Ah, I dashed too early. Oh, why did the cast go over there? Okay. Oh, I don't have enough yet. Oh, okay. That animation was a little longer than I expected it to be. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Just so we have a chance to start recovering our health, we're gonna start playing a bit safer. Oh, I have no idea what that animation mix-up was. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Okay.
We're not finished. Such contempt for your own father. But we are not finished here yet.
Oh, I thought I dashed right through that. Okay, well that's very unfortunate. I'm gonna chill out over here for a moment. Oh, let me get by him, please. Okay. We're just gonna try to buy time. Oh, I accidentally dashed away. Okay. Get me behind this, please. Okay. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay. Well, we got very close again. So I guess that build is the plan, huh? Because basically that exact same build got us pretty much all the way there twice.
Don't want to talk about it. I found another weapon waiting for me in the courtyard, Achilles. Exogryph. Never entirely believed it was real.
Between us, lad, I wish it wasn't. Was such a thing available to my enemies during my fighting days, I surely would have come here even sooner. But I trust you have the training to use it well. May it serve you as it served the fire goddess Hestia. She hasn't needed it in a while.
I'll use it to the best of my ability, sir. Where is everybody?
Oh, hello, Zagreus. You look a little down. And so I was just wondering, would you perchance fancy a song right now?
How about In the Blood? That's one of your old hits, right?
Oh, fancy that one, do you? Alas, I've not the heart to sing it anymore. I'm glad you like it, though.
I think he says the same thing for all three. Because I want to say, I think I picked Lament of Orpheus the first time and then Argonauts the second time I did it, and I think he says the same thing for all three songs.
That was then and this is now, and we have work to do. Anyway, Than, I think we'd best continue this discussion at some other time.
You're interrupting private conversations, Zagreus. Leave us.
No, let him stay if that's what he wants. What does it matter? He's technically allowed within these halls, but he must know he isn't welcome anymore.
Give me the best deal you've got.
Titan blood for gemstones? No, thank you. I like my Titan blood very much.
Of the day. I'm much obliged.
What's the next thing that we're closest to? Plunder is pretty good. Okay. And we do have 500 darkness now, which means we can... Oh, I need to go back and talk to Dusa.
Miss Dusa, I wanted you to have this. It's nothing really, just for your hard work.
Prince, I'm really grateful for this, really, and I thought I kind of got something for you.
Thanks, Miss Dusa. Dusa, turns out that I may be stopping back from time to time like this, but please don't bother picking up my room. I won't be staying long.
Oh, sure, but I'll just keep an eye on things in there from time to time, in case you change your mind. So, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, we have 500 darkness now, so we have enough to get our second Death Defiance. What is this? Oh, 10 keys. That's fantastic. Okay, that just lets us unlock the next section of the mirror.
I can do anything. How else can I improve?
Okay, so let's get that, and I guess just... I think we definitely prioritize bumping these up before we do our last Death Defiance, because 1,000 darkness is a lot, and these are still, like, very helpful for us. So we'll just kind of be funneling our darkness into that for the foreseeable future, probably for a few more runs.
You're pretty quick, you know, boyo. Just be sure to use that fancy dash of yours and keep them guessing. Don't let them catch you standing still.
Dash like mad instead of standing still. That's not the worst advice, I guess.
Okay, we do have
Take my spear.
Spear, and I am still biased toward cast builds, so I'm gonna pick Achilles. Because after this, so basically with Achilles, you throw your spear. Whoopsies, my mouse is on the screen. You throw your spear like normal, but when you go to retrieve it, instead of pulling it back to you, you go to it and go right through it. And once you do that, you see I have this little electricity effect on me. Your next 4 attacks and casts do extra damage. So you'll see those casts were doing 75, where at base they usually only do 50. This is very good, because that is a huge damage buff for your cast overall. Oh. I have just realized something. I have just realized that I totally forgot to put on Aspect of Eris before I did that last run. That's kind of depressing. I don't think it would have actually changed the outcome of that run, but... Okay, so this gives us another 25? Yeah. That's pretty good. I think I do want to definitely at least get this for the future. And there's a good chance we'll end up dumping more into this, because you get a really good return on investment. You get 15% out of each rank. Whereas you get your initial 50% out of this, but then you only get 25% for each rank after that. And it's still quite good, but I think I'm probably just going to save my 2 other Titan Blood for other weapons, because I'm probably going to want Aspect of Demeter over there, most likely. Maybe Talos, but probably Demeter. And Aspect of Hera, because again I'm biased toward cast builds. And we've already got Shield of Chaos, I think. Oh, we don't yet. Okay, well, that's the next thing we're going to be getting. Yeah, so we can just hang on to our Titan Blood and see which weapon is illuminated for the next run, and kind of spend our Titan Blood there. Let's see. I mean, we could literally just take Overflowing Cup here and try to force the exact same build and just do the Dionysus cast thing, but I think it's probably better to just leave ourselves open and take the coin purse, because that's essentially a free boon out of a shop, very close to it. So I think that's a little better than the extra, you know, choice of boon. Is just getting another boon essentially for free. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to go on break. I will be back in just a sec, but I'm gonna refill my water bottle over here and take a quick bathroom break, and I will be back in probably 5-ish minutes. So I will see you guys in just a bit. Let's see. There we go. Okay, we are back. And I think we're probably gonna go ahead and do one, maybe two more runs, kind of depending on length. And yeah, okay, yeah, so we're getting set up. And yeah, we went ahead and got Achilles aspect, just level 1, which should be fine. The extra damage is nice, but we don't have very much Titan Blood to spare right now. And Coin Purse is probably best for this, just because Spear is ultimately pretty versatile. I, of course, like doing it for a cast build, and since I like doing it for a cast build, I like doing it for a Dionysus cast build, because I'm still biased. But overall, it's you can use it for a lot of different things pretty well. So, and yeah, we don't really have any darkness left, so yeah, there isn't any I don't think there are any yellow mirror aspects that we'll want anytime soon.
How dare you, boy! Learn well to shut that foolish mouth of yours, or I shall shut it for you.
Goodbye, Father.
Starting with Aphrodite. Oh, I meant to I meant to take a look at the keepsakes that I have to get a better idea of them, but totally forgot to.
And or noble gentlemen who'd absolutely love to get to know you.
But I believe that we already got Aphrodite's keepsake. Yeah, we can go ahead and get Heartbreak Flourish. Just mainly because we haven't gotten it from the Fated list yet, but also just because it's honestly pretty good. It might be the thing that we take there anyway, just because, oh, let me swap my controls back since we're off of exclusive. Yeah, Crush Shot, probably we wouldn't take there, either way, just because, I don't know, it's kind of difficult to use. The Spear makes it easier, of course, with, between the extra cast damage and the fact that it kind of gets you right in there in order to use, sorry, I'm trying to focus on two things at once. The fact that it gets you right in there to use the Crush Shot, which has pretty short range, that's a fantastic camera. Yeah, Aspect of Achilles makes Aphrodite cast a lot better, but still not better than a lot of other casts, in my opinion. At least not on this, with this control setup. Come on. Let's see. Ooh. That's interesting. I do actually like Bleaching Skewer a lot. It's going to make a lot of... I mean, this is just going to completely trivialize a lot of armored enemies, especially since we got Aphrodite Special, which is the highest possible damage-based boon that we can get for the special. So I think we go ahead and get that. Yeah, Vicious Skewer also seems quite good. Serrated Point actually also isn't bad, but I wouldn't really... So, because dash strikes are less of a problem on Spear, because the AoE of the dash strike on Spear is actually pretty big, as opposed to a sword where it's very slim. But I probably wouldn't want to take it and reduce our dash range until we got like an extra dash off of Hermes or something like that. So, we'll go ahead and take Bleaching Skewer and go ahead and get a key. I've already, after one run with Exeglyph, I've already gotten used to that control setup, and I'm hitting select to try to pick up stuff and go through doors, and I'm randomly hitting orange after I get done with mobs of enemies, because I have the habit of reloading. It's funny. Yeah, I believe we already got the earliest keepsake.
A fascinating character, ill-liked upon Olympus, although I myself have always longed to meet her.
Okay. Battle Gauge is kind of interesting, because I think that does work multiplicatively with the damage boost that we would get from, what am I trying to say? The damage boost from Achilles' Spear from doing the Raging Rush. So, like, you know, if we rush through something and kill it, then we're getting the 50% off of Achilles and then 100% off of Battle Gauge, and I think those stack multiplicatively with each other, so they buff each other essentially, which is quite good, and it's the only one here that we haven't taken yet, so... Oh, I need to not forget to do this. Nothing that we really want. I guess we could take, like, Eye of Lamia, just because it's 10 gold. Ooh, not Eye of Lamia. What is it? Ignited Ichor? But it's not... It doesn't actually seem very beneficial. I don't think it saves us any damage. Usually, but... okay. Okay, that is a huge special that we have already, and maybe we can just go to Chaos here and get a special boost. That would be really good. Ooh, I think I like the Eclipse one here. Just because that's going to do so much for future builds, getting that much more Darkness and Gemstones. I think that's good enough. And the opportunity cost is, like, not very high.
Darkest corners of the underworld stretch well past the notice of Lord Hades himself. And yet, the interfering prince somehow discovers passage there.
But yeah, the opportunity cost is not really high because, you know, we're not really looking for super specific boons with Spear right now. We're kind of chill with most anything. So having the Chamber Reward Predes hidden isn't a big deal. I mean, it still kind of is, but it's not as big as it would be normally.
Do not presume that you escape my notice, boy.
Come on then.
Ooh. That to heal is actually pretty good. I think we do go ahead and take this trove.
Might as well.
Death is inescapable.
Ugh. Okay, cool.
Utterly incompetent.
Finally. I'll take it. Something's here.
Yeah, I mean, we get to go ahead and pick up 2 boons here, which is quite good. I definitely don't think we drop off the Heartbreak Flourish that we have. I guess Zeus cast is okay, because, like, our special already gives us pretty big single target damage. So Electric Shot to, like, clear rooms more easily could be good. I don't know, it doesn't seem great, but it seems fine. I'll go ahead and give it a shot.
You're well familiar with my professional associate there with the boats. Source of the recently departed got to make it over to the underworld somehow. Part of my job. I bring them in, he takes them down.
Dodge chance or hyper sprint. Let me check something real quick. I think I just need to, yeah, hit that. Okay. What is, yeah, rush delivery. One of the following. Okay. I'm trying to think if it's worth it to go for hyper sprint into rush delivery, because that could be quite good. I don't know. I guess it's not as good with spear, because most of your attacks just kind of stand you still. Your dash strike is really the only thing you would be able to use that would work particularly well with it. So it doesn't seem fantastic. We're dashing a lot, though. And just like that 30% damage reduction seems... Like, that 30% damage reduction a good chunk of the time seems better than the 10% theoretical damage reduction off of the dodge chance all of the time. And this does also give us... It has the added benefit of giving us a little extra mobility. It won't... a lot of the time it won't get us out of an attack that was going to hit us before. Like, the extra little burst of distance that it gives us is not a ton, but it will sometimes. Okay, well, we took this for one reason.
Just in time. Night.
Cool.
My Chaos Boon switched to a new effect.
That's good. So we have that Darkness and Gemstone buff now. Please. There we go. Let's make sure we're not missing anything else, too.
Charon's shop.
Okay, well, we can go ahead and get a chunk of darkness,
I can use this.
which is a lot. 50 is a pretty good chunk.
Who's it going to be? I'm back.
If you're no god, you're
This fight should be okay, I think. I'm not super used to using special a ton against like Fury boss fights with the spear. I don't think that's something I've done very often.
You seem to have me all figured out.
But I think it should be fine.
We're still getting to know each other.
Well, you want to know what I want? Here, I'll show you.
Oh, I thought I got away from that. Ah. 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 There we go. That wasn't a bad fight.
She's tough. Rafa shuddered just now. Well, Father.
You're going nowhere, boy.
So what else do we even want here is the question. We already got our money off of coin purse. I guess we can like kind of start aiming for something now. I guess the question is just what that actually is. Alternatively, we could just slap on a Cerberus collar and start leveling that up, so it's... because it's decently useful now, and that gives it a chance to be more useful in the future. I'm not particularly attached to any of these boons, but I don't know. Electric Shot still seems fine to hang on to for now. That's probably the first one that I would consider selling out of these. And I think right now it's still fine. I think if I do swap it out, I'll probably want to actually get offered, you know, like one of the rules for my god where they actually, you know, swap out your existing boon for you and give you one of a high rarity. Because, like, there's not really a cast that I'm super specifically aiming for. Part of me wants to still aim for Dionysus, but that's probably irresponsible. Is there... do we want... no, I don't think so. I think we just leave all that stuff. Yeah, I think we just go for the collar here and start leveling it up, and this also makes it so that we... It should be basically impossible for us to lose a Death Defiance before Luni like this.
The intricate chambers connecting the vast regions of the underworld. But the prince decides to barge in anyway.
I barge where I please.
I don't know, I guess controlling, like, the spear special and where you're going to pick it up can be, like, a little difficult in Asphodel. So you might, like, land yourself on Magma a few times, but I think with, you know, going into this with a little over 80 health, we, should still be fine. I don't think we lose a Death Defiance before the boss. Oh, I can't believe I didn't chain the Zeus cast. I just want to... okay, I'll take care of that in a second.
All set.
I guess we actually go ahead and get Darkness here. My instinct is usually to get keys, but since we have, now we have this new section of the movie opened up with the gold and max health buffs, and we got that Chaos boon that makes our Darkness and Gemstones worth more this run. I think this is better. No, it's not chaining. There we go. Oh. There. There.
Thank you. Come, fishies. Come on up. Got a crustacean.
Come on. Okay, yeah. This build right now, between the Hyper Sprint and the Spirit Shenanigans, is a little tough to control in Asphodel, but we're not taking too much damage off of the lava. We're still taking a decent bit, but... Please. I guess we could... I think taking, I think taking Ares to try to get Doom on an attack would be pretty good. Also taking, Zeus to just kind of get a lightning build going now that we have Zeus cast would be okay. I think I'm gonna go for Ares to try to kind of diversify and open ourselves up for hopefully as many duo boons as we can. Oh, I didn't even notice that guy. Back. Ah, I got stuck. Okay. Blood Frenzy is okay, but not great. I think we just go ahead and take a Curse of Agony, because there is still, like, that's still an Ares boon you can take late into the game with a lot of builds, and it can still be quite good. So I don't think we just take it, you know, to get it off the list. I think it's probably better to just take the extra damage that we'll be getting off of Doom, because it's going to be a lot.
Hey, you must be the Hades kid. How's it going then, Your Royal Majesty?
Oh yeah, so first time seeing Eurydice on this A file.
Brings a big important guy like you up to a place like this.
Hi there. No need for formalities. I'm Zagreus. Just heading out on some official business past the menacing Bone Hydra. Don't mean to be rude, though I'm in a bit of a rush.
Well, don't you have your hands full, hun? I'll let you go. But there's one rule in my place, which is, Nobody leaves here empty-handed. You got that? So take your...
I think we might go ahead and take Ambrosia Delight here. I usually, most of the time on Eurydice, I tend to take Refreshing Nectar. Just because by the time I'm in Asphodel, I'm kind of in the middle of it. Usually my build isn't super defined by that point. And I still, you know, have some main slots, you know, attack, special, cast, dash. I still have some that haven't been filled. But in this case, I mean, we've already got a pretty good special boon that I don't think we would really trade for much of anything. Same with our attack, kind of. I don't know, they're like some percentage-based attack boons that could be fine, but I think overall Doom is quite good on speed attack. Really, the Zeus cast is the only thing we're not terribly pulled out of. But, I don't know. I guess maybe Refreshing Nectar is still better. Just because we don't really know what we're going to be getting. Yeah, I'm going to go for Nectar. Just because, I don't know, I guess with the boons that we have right now, we don't really have like a game-breaking build together yet, is kind of the thing. So, like, just upgrading the things that we have, I don't think is really going to get us there where we want to be. So I think it's probably better to just take the Nectar and try to make future boons better in hopes of finding something that will, like, kind of break the game. I totally started I forgot to start using my attack now that I have Doom on it, because it really was not doing very much before, but now that it has Doom, it's quite a bit better.
Yes.
How close are we? Oh, this is last chamber before the boss, so yeah, I think we go ahead and take a shot here. This is interesting. Okay. I think we definitely take this to try to stop ourselves from losing to Death Defiance this fight. We can't guarantee that that'll be the case, but we can try. I think we palm first, because this is the random palm. I think we palm first and try to hit one of the things that we already have before hitting whatever this Artemis boon is. Artemis Dash could actually end up being quite good. If we get Artemis Dash, that might incentivize me to trade out our Ares attack boon for something else that's percentage based, so we can stack, because Artemis Dash is the one that gives you extra dash strike damage, and a pretty good chunk of it. So if we can stack that on top of an attack damage boon, rather than you know, the Doom one that we have from Ares, that could be quite good. So I think I'm yeah, I think I'm gonna take this first and the thing is, it kind of sucks if it hits. If this hits Ares, and then we get the dash strike thing off of Artemis, then that sucks. Which is, I don't know. A lot of things have to happen for both of those things to happen, but yeah, we'll go ahead and take this first to avoid that possibility.
Thing I'll say for Charon there, he doesn't talk too much. And since neither do you, I'm letting you have this.
Okay, we do get it. I think we skip on pressure points here. even though we haven't taken it from we haven't taken it to get it off the list of prophecies yet. There are builds where pressure points is much better. Those are generally builds that are hitting a lot of individual times, because basically if you can get pressure points and Hunter's Mark, then, you know, Hunter's Mark is the thing where whenever you crit, a nearby enemy becomes marked, and then you're more likely to crit on that enemy, so you're kind of able to spread marks between enemies and do a ton of crits. And pressure points is very good with that if you just have a build that's hitting a lot, but doesn't have a way to crit. So if you have, like, you know, Zeus attack Exoglyph and you're just having all these instances of damage all over the place, if you give all of those a chance to crit, then, you know, all of them get a chance to proc Hunter's Mark, and then you can hit off of that Hunter's Mark and spread up more Hunter's Mark. So it's not like pressure points is bad. There's still definitely other builds where we could take it, but the build that we have right now is mainly doing kind of big chunks of damage. And pressure points is mainly useful for using in combination with Hunter's Mark to do to get a bunch of crits lined up and do a ton of damage that way. Exit Wounds is also not bad here, since we currently still have a cast that gets stuck in enemies, and that if we take that and I think something else, we can open ourselves up for the Artemis Legendary that gives you extra casts, which, I don't know, that's kind of gimmicky and janky. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the dash. Let's see, Electric Shot, okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the dash, and then I'm probably going to try to pawn off this Ares attack in favor of one that has a base, you know, an attack percentage damage buff on it. Because that will be a ton of damage for us, especially since we're able to use the buff from Achilles Spear itself to also stack on top of those other instances of damage. What is that? Okay, there we go. Gonna be there after the last screw compound that he did, but I got in just before it. Cool. Whoopsies. Just threw my spear right into the wall. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot that he keeps doing the ground pound more times than I'll go on each, like, phase. And he does it, I don't know, I think it's like 6 times on that one. More than I expect it to be. Okay, that gives us a second diamond, so we have that new thing available in the contractor to open up more work orders, which I'm not sure exactly what that unlocks off the top of my head, but I know that it's going to be good stuff. Let's see. What do we actually want here? Ooh, that's spicy. Okay. We unfortunately don't get the opportunity to sell our Ares attack, which we kind of want to do right now. What we can do...
Purge boons for coin.
Battle Rage is actually going to be really good, though, if we go with that kind of dash strike damage sort of build, because this is another, you know, multiplicative damage bonus. I think I'm going to go ahead and dump Electric Shot, just because it's not, I don't know, it's not great. It's, like, fine, but not fantastic. I think I'm going to dump Electric Shot, and then pick up a Light Evixion here, and then go over here and equip a Chaos Keepsake so we can go into the Chaos Gate for free. And then hopefully that can give us something that kind of just breaks this wide open, because if not, we're kind of going to struggle a little bit.
Another day or night in paradise.
Okay, yeah, no pots here.
My keepsake from chaos will protect me. In the name of Hades.
Oh. This is interesting. Oh god, these all suck. I mean, like, the benefits on all of these are fantastic, but the drawbacks are tough. Because I think it's gonna be... yeah, it's gonna be pretty difficult for us to make it through encounters with that attacking for the Maimed Flourish. Doing it without casting probably won't be as tough. But I think Roiling Strike is ultimately the best thing here, because that's another multiplicative damage buff that we can stack if we get the whole plan of replacing our Ares boon here. Which I think is ultimately our plan, is just trying to make our Dash Strike, you know, end up doing an obscene amount of damage. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that, even though this is going to be very difficult for the few chambers.
The deepest reaches of the underworld. The void from which all life and consciousness sprang forth during the dawn of time. The realm of chaos. A land almost unseen even to denizens of Death's kingdom.
Could you keep it down?
Oh my goodness, and we have to immediately encounter this room. Oh, and our cast doesn't even insta-kill them. Zeus cast, where are you? Oh, this is so rough. Okay. Ugh. We should be fine. We should be fine, as long as we just... I think we can just throw special in and catch it a lot, and, like, generally be okay here. Not if we do that. Okay, just let me... Okay, get rid of that thing. Okay. That was a pretty clean room at the very least. I don't know about these next two. I guess that's probably like the worst it's gonna get with all those all the little flame wheels and having to face that much more of them than we usually would. Okay, we can go ahead and open this up. I mean, yeah, because the shop isn't really giving us anything. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take Aphrodite first here, just because I find that Aphrodite's little projectile that she sends at you for these like trial things is the most annoying thing in the entire world, and I feel like its hitbox doesn't always work properly, because I think you're supposed to be able to shoot it out of the air, because I've like done it before, but it is like very inconsistent. So that thing is just super annoying, and when it actually does hit you, it does a decent chunk of damage and stuns for a very long time. So I'm just gonna take her first so I don't have to deal with that. Okay, that's... Aphrodite shot is okay. Broken Resolve could also be quite good. Aphrodite shot definitely isn't as good as usual, since our special is already inflicting weak. I guess, if we're being particularly spicy... Oh no, because we got rid of Zeus. I was gonna say, since we already have Ares and Zeus, we could take the Revenge boon here, and then try to do the Ares-Zeus duo auto Revenge thing. But I think Broken Resolve is probably just the best thing here, because we have Weak Up not all the time on all enemies, but we have Weak Up pretty often, so taking that damage reduction and boosting it to 42% is a lot. So I think that's worth, because I think we just want to leave our cast slot open for something else. Who knows, maybe we get Zeus cast again from this. We would probably take it if we got it, because it's not terrible, it's just kind of, we would prefer something better, but...
Forgive me, Uncle. He's angry now.
I wasn't able to stop it. This is gonna be tough. That guy came back like right away. I was trying to get over to him, but I just didn't have enough time. Ah, okay, that actually took my Death Defiance. Okay, this is super rough. We're probably not getting past DC Sinisterius at this rate. Yeah, because having a trial chamber where you're facing that many more enemies because of the Chaos boon is rough. Oh, and there's another wave. Goodness. Okay. Let me dash. I think I got stuck up against the wall. Yeah, we're probably just dying here, honestly. There are just kind of too many things for us to dodge at once. Oh, I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever died during a trial before. I never saw that you get a little unique, like, death quote from one of the gods.
Oh, hi. I'd ask you how it went, but since you're here again, I guess I know already, huh? Oh well, just come on in.
Cheers. Hey, look at what I got out there, Achilles, sir. A vintage bottle of ambrosia plucked straight from Elysium. I hear this stuff is very good, but can't even open it. I've no idea what to do with it right now.
The drink of the gods. I hear it's good, all right. But only for recipients with whom you're close. Perhaps hang on to it until it's ripe for use. Somebody would be grateful, I am sure. Or it could fetch you something from the wretched broker over there.
Someone to keep it, huh?
You are not to aid him in these matters, Nyx. His foolishness is to be scorned and reprimanded, not indulged. Do we have an understanding?
We have an understanding, Hades, yes. He is your own son, after all, and therefore your responsibility. I, in turn, have my commitments to this realm and to this house. You have aided me in them, so I remain, as ever, in your debt.
It is not necessary to remind me. Surely all those who once defied my brothers and myself would much prefer a post within my house over eternity within the lowest depths of Tartarus. Not that the darkness there would trouble you.
I hate it when they fight.
Oops.
Well, I don't see why not. You've done so much for us, House Contractor. Why don't you do a little something for yourself? Hey, that sounds handy there.
Oh yeah, no, we just need more diamonds for these, which I'm not sure which one of these will get first, honestly. It's not probably Darker Thirst would be the first thing we would get. I don't know. A lot of these are quite good, and we're only going to be able to get a limited amount of them before we get a full clear, because, you know, you only get diamonds from the Bone Hydra, and you only start getting more diamonds after you have beaten the final boss, and then you can start doing Pact of Punishment for Heat to start getting more diamonds. So we're probably only going to be able to get end up getting one of these, and it's probably just going to be Darker Thirst once it comes to that. I think we also... whoopsies. There we go. I think we got at least that. Okay, that's keys, which is not bad.
Wretched broker, what's new, my friend?
I might actually... We have 8 keys, and I think we need 15 to unlock the next section of the mirror. I might just cash in a ton of gems.
How am I looking?
Oh, we need 20 to unlock the next section. Okay, well, for right now we can at least... Whoopsies, I didn't... I meant to do both, but oh well. I meant to do max health and gold, but that's fine. We're gonna end up dumping points into both of them either way, so... But yeah, I could theoretically trade basically all of my gemstones to open up the next section of the mirror right now, but we don't have it, we currently don't have the darkness to actually max out what we've already got, so we'll just hang on to them, and chances are after another run or two, we'll be able to, go ahead and get that plunder thing, which, won't always be the best. I don't know, it'll make, those, like, worth taking a lot more often. Because, you know, the ones that heal us will definitely be, like, a lot more pickable. And every now and then the ones that give us gold, too, and maybe even darkness, you know, once they start containing more of that, they start becoming a lot better, because, especially with health, it becomes a lot more reasonable to take that gamble and maybe lose a little bit of health when you're getting a lot more on the other side of it.
Sometimes sounds wonderful, Dusa. Maybe tomorrow, assuming I'm not getting out of here by then?
Well, I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, forget I asked. Or anything. I'm sorry. Bye.
Dusa? Hey, welcome.
It's awfully quiet here, you know, when you're out and about. Makes me a bit self-conscious, truth be told. Seeing as ostensibly I'm the musician of this court.
Look, if you decide to start strumming on that lyre again, I'm sure nobody here is going to mind. Though you take care, okay?
If you insist, my friend.
Say, Skelly, Don't suppose you'd care to tell me how the infamous twin-fisted Malphon came to be right here in this very courtyard, would you?
Nope. Not any of my business, pal, which is to say I didn't see a thing. And even if I did, it isn't what I'm paid to do. Don't you have someone in your fancy house there paid to keep watch over stuff like that? Ask them.
All right, maybe I will.
Okay. I think I'm probably... Ooh. What would we want to start this next one with? Probably just another coin, please. Maybe Signet. I think that's always kind of the choice I end up with between those two for Exeglyph, just because Zeus on the attack is so good on Exeglyph. But yeah, I think I am gonna shut down the stream for today. That was we did have another very good run in there. We did essentially the same build as last time and got it about to the same point, second phase of Hades boss fight, and got a decent chunk into it. But yeah, the fact that stubborn roots thing didn't really work in the way that we planned it to probably robbed us of a decent bit there, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, if we had the extra, because what was the other Athena boon we could have taken was the extra Death Defiance that also made our Death Defiance to seal us for more. That might have gotten us there, I'm not entirely sure. It probably wouldn't have gotten us all the way, but definitely close. Yeah, we are getting very close. Like, just, it should be, I mean, I was kind of thinking last week, oh, just one more run like that and it'll be fine, because I'll have because last week I had essentially the same cast build with Dionysus, but I had only one cast, because I still hadn't unlocked the other ones from the melee, so I'm like, if I had 2 more casts, this build would rip. And then I got 2 more casts, and the build did kind of rip, but we just kind of didn't have enough health to get us through by the time we got there, whereas the first time we had a lot more. But yeah. Yeah, upgrades from the mirror always help a lot, and now we've got all of our cast stuff, and we've got our second Death Defiance, and we've got, now we're starting to get starting gold and max health, none of which we had before. So, all of those combined, are very, very, powerful, because we were already forcing, cast builds before, just because I like cast builds too much, even before we got our cast buffs from the mirror. But now that we have those, that makes those cast builds that I am particularly biased toward so much better than before. So yeah, we are getting pretty close to getting there. I think actually this time, if we get one more run like that, we can actually do it. So we will try our best to do that next week. And until then, I will go ahead and be logging off. Let's go ahead and go to the main menu and we can take a quick peek at how many... Okay, so we're 11 escape attempts deep, so that was... Attempt 10 was another one where we were very close. So yeah, hopefully should only be a few more and I think we can actually take it down. But for now, I'm gonna be logging off and probably streaming again within the next few days, next week for sure. And until then, I will see you guys later. Yeah, you too, Lids. Have a good night.